Da-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Da-dun-dun-dun. Da-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Now. X-Men. I will never do that again, I am sorry. But it got your attention, didn't it? So yes, we are going to be... So this was a video I wasn't expecting. Obviously, another classic video before I go to work. Yeah, I was not expecting this. This is another thing like Marvel did with Fantastic Four, where they just shadowed... They didn't make any fanfare about it like with Fantastic Four. They didn't do anything of like major note. They just drop this for everybody to see, and I was just like, wait, you can't do that. I wasn't ready. So yes, we're going to be talking about the trailer for X-Men 97, which I knew was coming out this year, and from all intents and purposes, I thought it was supposed to come out, because I read like somewhere it was supposed to come out like fall of this year, but no, they bumped it up literally to next month. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, so X-Men 97 is arguably probably the one thing people have wanted Marvel Studios to do since they acquired the rights to Fox. Like, obviously, the X-Men 90s cartoon coming back was kind of a big deal, and they always teased it, and when they finally announced it, everyone just lost their fucking minds, you know, myself included, because the X-Men 90s cartoon was, I think, and I know there are exceptions to the rule, but I think, like, excuse the pun here, 90% of fans of X-Men started with the cartoon. And for me personally, I believe it's the second best animated superhero show behind Batman the Animated Series. There, I said it. But yeah, I was really looking forward to this, and let's talk about the trailer. So the trailer doesn't give us much of a plot other than Xavier is gone. This does take place after the end of 95, and now Cyclops is full-on leading the team, or maybe he isn't, because Magneto is now, due to Xavier's last will and testament, Magneto is now the leader of the X-Men, which does kind of coincide with a lot of classic X-Men books, like when Xavier died the first time around, Magneto was redeemed, and he took over the school, and that was kind of what they were building to at the end of the show anyway, so that'll be cool. I will say that it is cool to hear some of the classic voices, even though we don't... The voice actor they have for Cyclops, he's kind of close to the original one, because the original voice actor had passed away, so it is kind of cool that, you know, they got someone close to that voice. And we do get a quick snippet of Carl Dodd back as Wolverine. I know he's gotten on in years, but it is cool to see him again. And Rogue's voice actress, like the quick line you hear, I'm like, you ain't missed a beat, girl. Also, I will admit that scene where Gambit like supercharges Wolverine's claws as they're running towards like a sentinel, I was like, okay, that was stupid, but I love it. And I also think to myself, huh, they've never done that in comics. I'm actually shocked. But yeah, this cartoon has been something I think a lot of, well, obviously all of us have been waiting for, and it'll be cool to see like what they do. We do get to see people in heavy armor, and someone said that was Orchis, which I would actually believe, because like they have kind of done in the X-Men 90s comics a kind of their universe's adaptation of the Krakoa saga, so it would actually make sense. And Orchis has been around long enough, like 5-6 years, to be like brought into the universe, like a version of that into the X-Men 90s cartoon universe. So that'd be cool. Seeing Nimrod. I know they said Deadpool is coming. Giggity. But I also really like, I would really like to see like some other X-Men villains. I know they've talked about, like, someone said that, I know they talked, like, there was another, like, Cyber. Someone said, like, for one of Wolverine's villains with the adamantium skin was talked about to be in the show. And I was like, all right, I don't know if that's confirmed, but that'd be cool. And maybe this will open the door. I'm really also hoping that this maybe opens the door to like new adaptations of other, like maybe they do other like continuations. Although the one I think we really want is Spider-Man, which they can't do because that's under Sony, so they can't really do. At least I don't think. I don't know how the rights for that one is, because they can show it on. And it was under Fox, but now that Sony owns Spider-Man, you know, the film rights to Spider-Man, I don't know where the rights are for that. But I hope maybe we could get a Spider-Man continuation. Maybe you and Sony or whoever can work together on that, Disney. And maybe also continue Avengers, but also make it suck less. Not Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That show was baller. Which, some of this animation, I will admit, like some of the cell animation does remind me of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So, yeah. I was talking about the Avengers, that god-awful Avengers cartoon where it didn't, like, Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America had left, like, and it was like all the B-list characters of the Avengers. Maybe continue that, but make it not suck. I personally would like a new Fantastic Four cartoon that continues from the 90s show. That'd be cool. But now I'm just rambling. I'm just really excited to have this. And again, the trailer came out, just boom, here you go. And it made my inner 90s kid, like my young 90s self, so full of hope and joy and, you know, undiagnosed depression, just goes, it's here. And again, the theme has not stopped in my head. And it is really cool to get like a new big orchestral version of the show. Sorry. My brain I had the biggest brain fart ever, and I just like my brain skipped. But yeah. I'm really excited for all of this. Yeah. Just I try not to have expectations for things, but like this is kind of a big deal. So needless to say, I'm sure I'm not the only one with expectations. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of the X-Men 97 trailer? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.